when I was a kid, I used to have these nightmares that I would hear these voices, like people talking from like the other side of the walls, or like, and
Through the TV?
Do what?
Through the TV?
No, it was just on, like, it was like through the other side of the wall.
Just people speaking to you, or just talking in general?
Just talking in general, or like just, I don't know how.
What would they say?
I don't know. It was just like really creepy stuff being said from.
Oh, so they weren't just like normal conversations,
right? Like you could tell it wasn't like nobody else in another room. It was like
it was a young couple that just got their bank statement in and they were arguing about it.
No, it was just like stuff like we're gonna get you, and he's watching, he can hear us and stuff, like just like stuff that like you don't want to hear, like coming from behind your walls. Hey, what's going on? It's me, Zach. With me's Kevin.
Well, nice to see you too.
Welcome to Mario Galaxy, a place where
back again,
all your wildest dreams will come true. And speaking of dreams, this has been a nightmare for Kevin, actually. So, with that said, we're gonna go ahead and talk about nightmares today, or tonight, depending when you're watching this. You should watch this at nighttime when you're about to go to bed. I could play scary music in the background for you guys. I could do that. I'm handy with my hands.
Are you?
No.
That's not what I hear. Of course, you know.
So,
there are some very nice things written about you on the men's room wall.
I'm glad.
I was the one that put them there.
I gotta talk to this little...
And Sharpie.
So, Kevin, how are you? How have you been?
I'm good. It's cold. Well, we're not really going to get it. I don't want to sit there and get into a conversation like that, because then it makes me feel like we're two old men discussing the weather, and we ain't doing that, no. Nope. I still have a lot of young years left in me.
Yes, you do.
Aw.
So this is a swimming level.
That's adorable.
Time to get in the water.
Wait, just be still in the water. See Mario's lifeless body just floating at the top of the water. It's me, Mario.
Okay, so I gotta get what now? Stuff? So, Kevin.
Huh?
You want to share a nightmare with me?
Let's see. Nightmare.
I know you got one in there.
I was having a daymare.
A daymare?
Yeah, I used to have nightmares all the time when I was a kid. I think it's mainly because I loved those... my slasher movies from back in the day. Like, the Friday the 13th, the Jasons, the Michael Myers, all that stuff. Chucky never scared me though, but there was something about the Friday the 13th series, because when I would go and visit my dad my father on the weekends, his cabin was out there in the woods. So you go from watching these movies and stuff, where you're in a wooded area, secluded wooded area, and now that's from the movie, and now you're in it in real life. You're like,
I don't know about this.
Which it's all cool during the daytime, right? But then as soon as that sun goes down, you're like, oh, it's dark.
Oh, that's some dark for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then my dad, I think it was my stepmom at the time, one of my stepmoms, said at the time, she's like, yeah, you never know what's out there. I'm like, Wanda?
Well, thanks. You were no help. I can't
anyway, this. So yeah, I used to have a lot of nightmares just like that, of not being able to know what's out there in the dark.
Did you ever have nightmares that like confused you and make you wonder like why that actually scared you? Like a nightmare that you just couldn't really understand. You're like, why was that scary?
Explain. Elucidate.
Like, okay, so I've had hang on, let me read what this guy's got to say. If you want to grab something up high, spin after you jump. Boing! Anyway.
That's how that dude sounds in your head?
So, when I was a kid...
Is that the way you're going to do that?
Yeah, that's exactly how I'm going to do that. When I was a kid, I used to have these nightmares that I would hear these voices, like people talking from, like, the other side of the walls, or, like... And
Through the TV?
Do what?
Through the TV?
No, it was just on, like, it was, like, through the other side of the walls.
Just people speaking to you? Or just talking in general?
Just talking in general, or, like, just... I don't know how
What
to
would
put
they
it.
say?
I don't know. It was just, like, just really creepy stuff being said from...
So they weren't just, like, normal conversation?
Right. Like, you could tell it wasn't, like, nobody else in another room. It was, like
it was a young couple that just got their bank statement in and they were arguing about it?
No, it was just like, you know, stuff like, we're gonna get you, and, you know, he's watching, he can hear us, and stuff like, just like stuff that, like, you don't want to hear, like, coming from behind your walls. And then I had this dream. It was kind of the same thing, but it really made me afraid of, like, I'm not joking when I say this, and I feel bad saying this, but it made me afraid of curtains. Like,
oh, God, help us.
Curtains. Oh, don't you give me that. Don't.
Curtains. I can't wait to hear this. Go ahead.
Okay, so, oh no. Oh. So in these dreams, like, for some reason, it was the same thing, like, you know, voices in the walls, right? But in this one, it came from the curtains.
Coming from the curtains?
Yeah, but it would also, like, the way the sun or the moon would pass through the curtains, it would almost, like, form, like, shadow figure shapes.
Oh, like somebody was standing behind the curtains?
Right, but it was almost like, the curtains almost had, like, more of a, paranormal feel to it. Like, it didn't feel like it was actually somebody there. It just felt more like an entity.
A presence.
Yeah, like, lived inside that window.
Oh, I thought you lived inside the curtain.
Well, I mean, the curtains was a
Just
part of it.
Pattern to die for.
The curtains were definitely a part of it, but it freaked me out. And so it made me afraid of curtains.
That is incredibly fascinating.
I've tried, like, later on down the road as I grew older, I was like, how do I analyze that dream? Like, those dreams.
I think you should leave that to the professionals. It's like them people that go on WebMD every time they get a pimple in a weird spot of their body. Oh, I got rickets.
Skin tags.
Yeah, anything. Just be like, oh no, I'm dying. Dude, it's a headache. Calm down.
Visit criticalblast.com, where we blast pop culture on a daily basis. At criticalblast.com, we speak geek. So surf on over and check out reviews on the latest movies, television shows, music, books, graphic novels, games, toys, professional wrestling, cosplay, even interviews with industry pros and promotional giveaways. If it's entertainment, we have something to say about it.
Critical Blast, where pop culture gets blasted.
I don't know. I mean, I've had some other nightmares, but I've even had, like, some of those, like, dreams that were kind of scary, but they weren't nightmares.
No, actually, what you were talking about, like, I'm getting the visualization of, like, in the dream, you looking towards, like, the curtain and, like, seeing, like, the shadowy figure there while also hearing something, like, mumbling coming from
not
that.
Only did it
that
come
could
from the
actually
curtains,
be very creepy.
It also projected on the walls at night, too. Like, depending on how much, like, ray of light went through the curtains, it would project that figure also through the walls. And would
you
move.
know, given that conversation that we had the other day about your theory about all the paranormal type stuff that people experience, you know, is actually...
We'll get into that into a later episode about the theory.
Okay, all right. We'll just, you know...
No. I'll go into more...
Shut up, Kevin.
No, continue what you were thinking, but I want to continue that theory in a different episode.
All right, whatever.
I didn't mean for that to sound like that. See what you do? He makes me feel bad.
Just walk up to me and spit in my eye.
Fine, talk about it.
No, the moment has passed. We could never recapture it.
You were so awesome.
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 Very awesome.
He's so awesome.
I know.
Anyway, now continue what you were going to say.
No, I'm actually starting to think, I'm trying to actually remember any, like, big-time nightmares I used to have. That it's the kind of stuff that would, like, wake me up out of my sleep. And I can't...
He starts, like, barking up.
Look, don't pay any attention to what he's saying up there in the text, but just the way he's looking at Mario and flapping his little beak, it looks like he's griping him out.
It just looks,
What did I say? What did I tell you?
It just looks like he could barf up like a fish at any moment. Like,
It's like them camp counselors at summer camp.
what if he like hands you a pebble?
Where you have to take the swimming test, or you will not be able to have any sort of water activities throughout the whole summer. He was like, "Get in that water, you swim."
Anyway, I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I'm still trying to figure out any nightmares that I've had as a child or in my adult life that actually just. Well, no, didn't I tell you about one not too long ago that actually woke me up out of my sleep? That gave me that sleep paralysis type thing.
Yeah.
Like, you get the sensation that somebody is in your room, but your eyes are open and you don't see anybody, of course, because it's dark. Anyway, I don't shadow people.
Yeah,
I don't put much stock into it.
Oh no, I can't control this thing.
Ride the wave, man. Wow.
Come on, Shell. No, don't go back down.
He's a natural. Ride that shell.
Amazing. I didn't think
No,
you'd
it's-
actually be able to bring it back. Well then.
What's that supposed
Here's
to
a big
mean?
gold medal for you.
Here's
That
a
was the
bronze
easiest-
medal for trying.
That was the easiest star I've ever got.
Here in the decade where people just get a medal for showing up.
Okay, let me ask you this. Have you ever had a nightmare that, like, freaked you out that you did not want to go back to sleep for the whole night?
Yes. And I actually do remember what this was about now. I was 13. I'm fighting out my life.
I was just a boy.
Before the twig was bent. Anyway, it was right after I saw the 90s remake of George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. So the 90s remake, of course, they changed a little bit of it, but it's still basically the same story. And I don't know what it was exactly about it. I guess the zombies in it had more detail, and they just creeped me out, okay? Plus, keep in mind that down the street from my house at the time was a cemetery. So, and outside my bedroom window, if you just looked, just tilted your head slightly to the left, you could see the cemetery. So, and of course, now, being an intellectual, mind you, which means we study things that people do naturally. Intellectuals.
Yeah, like
Why are you doing your fingers like that,
I wish
Kevin?
people could see the finger movement that you're doing.
Shaking my phalanges in your face.
Phalanges.
Phalanges.
That's dirty.
So, yeah, so, like now you know that most of the stuff that you think about, like, right before you go to sleep is pretty much you're going to dream about it. So, yeah, naturally, you get through watching that. That's fresh on my brain. So, naturally, I'm going to have a nightmare about it, and I did. Oh, and the same thing happened, because, yeah, it was a twofer. They showed the 90s remake of the Night of the Living Dead, and then after that was the Return of the Living Dead, the one that you and I watched. Brains.
I love that movie.
I have a love-hate relationship with it. Now that I'm older and I watch it, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay.
I mean, it's cheesy.
Parts of it are kind of funny,
but
yeah.
it is funny.
I still don't understand why there's two different versions of it. Like, one is clearly...
It's like you could tell it was like trying to be like a remake. What?
They made a comedy remake of the comedy remake?
Yeah, maybe they just didn't like that version. They're like, maybe we could tweak it.
Yeah, they added a little boy and his hot sister.
When you think about it,
And zombies that sit there.
everything is basically just a remake these days. So it's not like they were doing.
That's
anything.
because Hollywood's running out of ideas.
Well, what makes you think Hollywood wasn't running out of ideas back then too?
All the movies that have been made since. Yeah, that shut you up, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Oh no, the black hole. Well, it's
You know
bound to
who I used to
happen.
have the most nightmares about, though?
What?
Even nightmares while I was awake.
What's that?
Reverend Cain.
I can believe that.
To this day, he gets me.
I believe it.
They really did find the perfect person for that creepy role. And even, I read somewhere on Facebook not too long ago that they actually did. Oh, we got 20 seconds left.
Go ahead.
Oh. Well, anyway, they were actually going to make a Reverend Cain backstory origin film, and I'm glad that that didn't happen. Of course, it wouldn't be the same guy because he's dead. But on that note, we'll see you next time.
I died. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, you made it, champ.
Of course I did. You know who I am.
I was talking to the viewer. Well, hey, if you like what you saw, why don't you go ahead and check out our channel? You know, we got other videos.
Huh?
Kevin, are you here?
How long have I been here?
And hey, we also got a Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and, well, Instagram. Leave a like down below, comment, or subscribe. Just do what you gotta do, boo-boo.
Are you really still here? Dude, the video's over.
Yeah, I mean, it was like over, like,
Go home.
yeah, seriously.